Hi, I'm Carmelle. This is Carmel's World, and I'm back. Well, as promised, there's part two to my part one on what is it? Thoughts and life lessons, which is to come before the videos that I'm going to put up on my relationship series. I do got a couple of ones that I did film, and I'm basically trying to give them a little upgrade, add a little music to them, give them a little razzmatazz. So this is just, you know, kind of like the appetizer before the main course. So, hey everybody, welcome and welcome back. Welcome for my tried and true tribe, my soul tribe. Hey y'all. Oops, wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. Hey y'all. And for those who are new, hey, how you doing? Welcome. I'm glad to see you come by. You could have seen other videos. You could have chose to not even look at YouTube today, but you didn't. You turned on minds out of curiosity, maybe by accident on purpose or by purpose on accident. But however you did it, you're here. There's a purpose. So we're going to serve that purpose well. I'm a talker. I will give you the heads up. I'm a talker. But I do make points that can teach you something. I'm either motivation, inspiration, somewhere in between education. But you will learn something. I'm not going to do the crazy stunts and the kikis and all that stuff. I teach, literally teach, but I'm not boring. But I mean what I say what I mean, and you feel me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that great auntie or the grandma, the nana. I am a nana, so. But the grandma, the nana, the great auntie, or that uncle that every time you come around them you always get a lesson. That's me. It means something. And while I'm here, I'm gonna pass on my knowledge and my wisdom to those who may need it more than me. Let's see. You are now in my world for a little while, and you are vibing with your future favorite YouTuber. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And as part of what I always do, I do what's called a little light housekeeping. My soul tribe knows I always do this. But for those who don't know, number one, welcome to all the new viewers. And I do know that I have people that don't want to subscribe. It's free. Why not? But I digress. I know I have people that watch me but don't want to subscribe. I don't know for the life of me why. It's free. It's motivational. You get some education. You get some wisdom. And every now and again, you get a kiki moment. Because, see, when I feel something, I feel it. And I let you know I feel it. But grab a drink, grab a seat, grab something light to eat, maybe some popcorn, a bag of chips. Throw your feet up, put your little blankie across you. Because, you in for the ride for a little bit. And number two, this is a safe place. I'm looking down at my notes, by the way. My trusty dusty. This is a safe place for everyone to voice their opinion, or maybe I said something that they didn't like, so they want to try to correct me, or if maybe they have an opinion about something that they think I could have said more on, or they want to just update the opinion that I've already said. However it works, you're free to do so in the comment section. Just do it tastefully and respectfully, please, because I will block and delete. I do mean this from the bottom of my heart. I will. But I know that in these YouTube streets, I open myself to whatever. But at the same time, this is my channel. I will conduct the channel as I see fit to do so. As YouTube has allowed me to do. And if I don't disrespect you, please don't disrespect me. If I'm talking to you like I got sense and like I think you have sense, I just expect the same to be spoke back at me. That's all. It's that simple. Maybe you have some type of view that you saying, well, Carmel or Miss Carmel, depending on your age group. I I think I might want you to do something on this or something on that. Or could you do some more on this or that? Could you research this and that and the third for me? Because I would love to hear you, give your impression on such and such and so and so. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Because I'm here because I love it and I love y'all. And that's why I'm here. So, with that being said, let us go to part two. This is going to be quick, y'all. I hope. We already 6 minutes. We're already 6 minutes in, but this is gonna be quick. Thoughts and life lessons, Carmel style, part two. Number one. The most difficult mission on earth is to focus on your dreams, and the easiest task is to complain. Now, this became a thought that turned into a life lesson. I Googled some thoughts and life lessons. A lot of this stuff came up with, and the author was anonymous, so that's why they don't have an author. But I wrote down what I thought kind of sort of went with the message of relationships and, you know, what a person should have, or what a person should, how can I say this? What a person should already have within them before you enter into a relationship. And these are just things that should already be in you, and you should already be working on, have worked on, or maybe you didn't know. Maybe this is something that's a new idea that you can work on. But you should come to a relationship 100%, not 50, 50. That's where's the other 50? You giving 50% to the person you love. Where's the other 50? 60-40, uneven. And it shouldn't be 60% on them and 40% on you, still uneven. So this is just thoughts and life lessons that you should already have in you before you go to the next level of wanting to share yourself with somebody else. The most difficult mission on earth is to focus on your dreams. And the easiest is to complain. It is. It's very hard when we have a goal or we have a dream that we want to see come to fruition, and it seems like everything has been thrown in your path to stop you from your life's mission. All of a sudden, if you got kids, the kids need you. If you got a husband, all of a sudden he needs you. If you got a wife, all of a sudden she can't get enough of you. You got a job, they want you to come in 23 out of 24 hours a day. It seems like everything happens to throw focus off of what you really need to be focused on, which is your dream. Something that 5 million other people might have the same dream, but only you can make your dream come to fruition the way you see it, your vision. Because, see, your vision is not the next person's vision, it's truly yours. And the easiest thing you can do is complain. How many times have you been with a person and all they do is this? Ain't nothing going on right in their life. Everybody done wronged them. They just can't seem to keep a job. They don't have a person in their life that loves them. The kids hate them. They can't find a place to stay. They broke all the time. All they just nothing. Just everything is wrong. Everything. All they do is complain, 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 complain. They couldn't tell you the last time they had a good day. They can't even spell the word good. They spell the word good Complain. They can't help it. It's what they have learned. It's learned behavior. It's what they've taught themselves to do. And it comes easy because, see, your dream requires work. It ain't going to just come to you. It ain't. The vision you have in your head of what it is you want to take place, this dream that you want to give birth to, it's yours. It ain't nobody else's. Like I said, you could have 5 people standing next to you with the exact same thought, but only you can make it happen the way you see it to happen. It's work. It's difficult, but it's doable. Have achieved it, or at least started the process of achieving it. So you could pour that extra time that you have to give to it, because once you get in a relationship, you get in a marriage, you have kids, you have responsibilities, you may not have that time, that extra time while you single and free to pour into that dream. So while you have the time, make it possible to do it. Because once you get all the way tied up in somebody else's world, with somebody else's goals and aspirations, and here come the kids, the babies, and the bills, and the bathtub, and your dream kind of takes the back seat. Now you might get an understanding mate who says, "Baby, go ahead on. I got the kids, I got the bills, I got the baby, the bathtub. You work on that dream." We're not all that lucky. So while you have the time, do less complaining and more work on that dream. Next. When you're happy, you enjoy the music. When you're sad, you understand the lyrics. I loved that. When I seen this, when you're happy, you enjoy the music. And it's true. When you hear a song and you in a good mood and you hear the boom, 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 you hear that beat, you hear the synthesizer, you hear whatever else is going on in the song, you could sing the song. You might know that song word for word, but you never actually really listen to what you're saying. You just singing it because you into the beat, you into the music, you into that moment and what the music represents to you. And you, like I said, you may know the song word for word, but you never actually listen to the lyrics. Let your girlfriend leave you. Let your man cheat. All of a sudden, here come a Luther Vandross song, "The House Is Not a Home." You know every word of that song, but you ain't never listened to it like you listen to it when you ain't have a home to go to because your baby ain't there no more in it. Now all of a sudden, a house is not a home unless there's someone there to hold you tight and there's someone there you can say good night. Yeah, I do know the song. But it hit different when I listened to the lyrics. So that statement is a true statement. Sometimes you could be singing something you don't know, you could be evoking Satan. You just singing the song, singing the words, not realizing you could be evoking Satan into your house. You might want to start listening to what you're singing, because some of these stars, some of these rap stars, some of these lyricists out there, question mark. Next. Trust means everything, but when it's broken, sorry means nothing. Could I get an amen? Thank you. So long as somebody has your trust, that trust is everything. It's everything. I know that what you say you mean, and you mean what you say. I ain't got to wonder if you gonna step out on me because you ain't looking at nobody else but me. I know you ain't got nobody else in your phone that's but me. The exes still live in Texas and you ain't trying to look them up. You ain't trying to get back with your baby mamas. You ain't letting your boys talk about me behind my back. When you tell me something, it's honest. You telling the truth. I don't have to question if it's a true lie. But honey, who once that trust is broken, sorry don't mean a thing because baby, sorry didn't do it. You did. So you could tell me sorry until we old and gray. If I'm that type of petty individual that I hold everything over your head, it don't matter what you say. I'm going to remember the moment that the trust was broken. Because see, once you break something and you can fix it, but it ain't never the same. It's got a crack in it now. If you think about porcelain, you can break the handle off of a beautiful porcelain cup and you can glue it back on there. They got some fantabulous glue on the market nowadays. You can glue an elephant to a car and the car can lift the elephant. You can glue that piece of broken pottery, that broken arm, back on that teacup. But if you look at it, you'll see the fine little line where it was broke to begin with. It never gets fixed the right way. It's never properly. It's not the same as when it never happened. Like I said in the other video, you can't unsee what you saw, you can't unhear what you heard, you can't unsay what you said. Once it's in the atmosphere, it's in the atmosphere forever. Kind of sort of like once it's in the YouTube world or once it's in the computer world, it's in there forever. Don't break trust, in other words. If you know that the situation is something that you can't handle, that person's asking for a little bit too much, you know that you ain't in a position to be trustworthy, you know you still want to be out there in the streets playing and whatever else, leave that person alone. Because you ain't ready for a relationship. You want to still be out there dogging. You still want to be out there hustling. You still want to be out there doing your thing. Do it. It ain't hurt nobody if you doing it by yourself. But when you drag somebody else into that situation and you try to hide it and they trust in you, they believing in you, don't do it. Leave the person alone until you're ready. Next, people respect the money, not the person. Now that's an interesting thought. What do you think? Do people respect the person and not the money? Because see, a lot of people, when they broke, don't nobody know you. You just plain Jane, just everyday Austin. They don't know you. Win the lottery. Get bumped up in your position at work. Start making the millions. All of a sudden, everybody your friend. Family members that you ain't never known was family come out the woodwork. All of a sudden, this is cousin so and such and such, and auntie such and such, and this is grandpa so and so. This is grandpa next brother's goldfish next door. Who? Who? Wait a minute. Before I had the money, I used to be in my apartment eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because I couldn't even come by your house to get a tuna fish sandwich. Now I got $1 million And all of a sudden, you knocking at my door, bringing me the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with the tuna fish on the side. Now, why is that? Do do you respect me, or do you respect the idea of the money that you want to get your hands all up in? You know how they say keep your hands out the cookie jar. The cookie jar becomes a little bit more interesting when you got $1 million in it instead of cookies. Hmm. Interesting thought. Next, in life, two things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. Hmm. Now there's an interesting thought. They define you. Two things: your patience when you have nothing. Because see, when you have nothing, you ain't got nothing but time on your hands. How much patience do you have to wait until it's your season? How much patience do you really have to wait until it's your time again? Or your time period? Can you patiently wait and not complain? Not question God on his timing? Trying to make your timing his timing and his timing your timing? Knowing that God doesn't move in our time. One of our days, I think it's 10,000 of our days is one of his or something like that. He got to line things up because him giving you a blessing is also affecting somebody else somewhere in their blessing. Because he might have to rearrange a whole nother situation that your situation is coming out of. So, how much patience do you have to wait on the Lord while you have nothing? When you go through that season of lack, when you go through that season where you just barely making it, living paycheck to paycheck, you have don't have enough money to buy food and toilet paper at the same time. You borrowing from this one to pay that one, and borrowing back from that one to pay this one. Do you have enough patience? Because you know it really does define you while you wait during your period of nothing. Do you have a smile on your face because you believe and that which is in you is greater than that which is on the earth? Do you smile and you grin and you just know, look, I know it look bad. It may even be bad, but I know that God knows and I know that he's got me. So I'm not worried. I'm just going to wait until my season of famine, of pestilence, turbulence, everything less and less is over. But while I'm waiting, I'm still rejoicing. I'm still praising God. I'm still going to church. I'm still listening. I'm still following the directions that God would have me have in my life. Look at Job. He went through a whole season of nothing where he was once held in high regard in his city. He had what would be the equivalent of a mansion in our day. He had servants and animals, which was a big deal back in his day, and a wife and kids. He had a family. And it was all taken away. And the only thing that Satan needed Job to do was curse God. And God said, have you considered my servant Job? Because he knew that Job, if he don't do nothing else, I know he ain't going to curse me. You could go ahead on, you could take him, you could take all the stuff away, you could do everything, you hit him with everything you got. He's not going to curse me. And Job went from being that man on high to that man on low with nothing. He had his money taken away from him, his position taken away from him, his kids were taken away and literally taken out. His wife went crazy because she tried to get him to curse God. The friends that he called friends, the little three fools, tried to get him to cuss God because it's something you doing that ain't right. You must have sinned. You must have did something because God ain't gonna hit you with everything and the kitchen sink and you ain't done something. So, have you cursed him yet? Have you asked him why? And Job, the whole thing is whatever it is that I may have done or I may not have done, I'm not going to curse my father. He got boils. They thought he was crazy. He went out into the wilderness. He questions God, why is this happening to me? What did I do? I didn't do anything to deserve this. What's wrong? What happened? But he never cursed him. And when that season was over, God gave him everything back and then some for his faithfulness. So, if patience is one of the defining points of who you are as a human being, as a person, when you have nothing, do you have patience to wait on the Lord? To wait, period. And does your attitude change when you have everything? When you are blessed in the abundance, when you have the money, and you have the loving family, and you have the cars, and you have the purses, and you have the clothes, and you have the prestige, and the wonderful job, and the bank account set on high, where's your attitude at? Are you grateful? Are you thankful? Are you still humble? Or are you thinking your butt don't stink? Because both of these situations define you as a person. Because the same way God giveth, God can take it away. So where's your attitude at? Does it need adjustment? Don't let the little things in this world define you. Because you came in this world with nothing. Your parents might have had it. Their family might have had it. But you, love, came in this world with nothing. You may have gained along the way, but you ain't have nothing but your breath and your heartbeat when you came in this world. And believe me when I tell you, even though some people have tried their hardest, you're going to leave this world with nothing. Not even that breath or that heartbeat. So at the end of the day, something to think about. Where's your patience and where's your attitude? Because you bringing this into a relationship. See, all these things I'm speaking on now are all things that can affect you, that can affect your relationship with other people. Just things to think about. Next, failure will slap you in public while success hugs you in private. Let somebody fail at something, a public failure. Dow Jones hits the wrong way, a person's stocks fall through the roof, and they lose their company. It's everywhere. It's all over the internet, it's all in the newspapers, it's coming across telephones. A very public failure. Whew. But success, Sometimes you'll see public successes, but most of the time it's in private and they make it public. When that phone call comes through, such and so and so are going to buy the company. Your oil well just hit oil. They found gold. Your stocks went up. You're now a millionaire. A lot of times, success will hug you in private. Before you make it known, it won't be. Before the media makes it known, if they even ever make it known, it won't be. You hear a lot more negatives in the media than you do positives. You will hear somebody done shot up a house with a family in it. But that same house before that shooting had their very first high school graduate walk across the stage and get their first diploma and then got a college scholarship. And you won't hear about that. But if that same house got shot up because they thought drugs was in it and because it's in a gang area, you'll hear about that. Yes, you will. So failure, you be a very big, successful failure in public. But success, usually, unless it's, I don't even want to say that. I was going to say Eli, whatever his name is, um, buying out this place or owning that now. Unless you're paying attention, it don't matter. That's success that he sits back and he just, you know what? Boop, there's another one for me. But if he was to fail at doing something, oh, it's plastered everywhere. Unless he, of course, pays to get it pulled out of the public view. That has happened on many of occasions. Next. If you continue to wait for the right time, you'll waste your entire life and nothing will happen. You ever heard that old cliche? Oh, I'm just waiting for the right time to get married. I'm just waiting for the right time to have kids. I'm just waiting for the right time to buy that house. I'm just waiting for the right time to get that car. And so you wait and things happen and lifes and chances come and go. And it seems like it never happens. Why? Because while you were waiting, life happened. You had plenty of opportunity, but you were waiting for the right opportunity. For things to line up, all your ducks is in a row. I got enough money in the bank. My house is sitting, I ain't got to worry about paying off the mortgage because I done paid off the mortgage. I ain't got to worry about owning the car because I done bought two of them. I got a bike account now that is a reflection of all the hard work I put into it. And by then, it's too late to get married because the person you wanted to get married to is tired of waiting. Or you want to have kids, but now it's too late unless you done froze your eggs. And then the likelihood of your uterus being able to hold up because you old to hold these babies. Now you got to pay for somebody to have them for you. But did you think about the money it's going to cost for you to pay somebody else to have them for you? You ain't Beyonce and Jay-Z. So the right time ain't never be a right time, is what I'm saying. You could wait your whole life making the right time the right time. Why don't you just take a chance and make today the right time? Take right now to be the right time. Don't wait till tomorrow because guess what? Tomorrow isn't promised. You could lay down tonight and get up tomorrow morning on the other side of the rainbow, honey. And when I say the other side of the rainbow, I mean the side of the rainbow ain't nobody made it to unless they've been celestial. So tomorrow ain't promised. So if you got something you need to do and you waiting, oh, I'm waiting for the right time to do it. I just am not ready right now. You'll never be ready. Because there'll never be a right time. You got to be a millionaire and your child still starve. And you could be on food stamps and be the best parent that your child has ever had. Think about it. Next. Even though you may trust your closest friends and relatives, tell them nothing about you. Hmm. Now that's an interesting one. Even though you may trust your closest friends and relatives, and you may truly trust these people. You may have that cousin, that uncle, that auntie, that grandmother, that sister, that brother that you really trust, that you done told them the deepest secrets, and they've kept them since childhood. But when you get old enough to be an adult, those secrets change, those obligations change. And what this saying is basically trying to tell you is, you know that old cliche, keep your friends close and your enemies closer? Don't tell everybody everything about you. Leave some secrets. There's some things you should take to the grave. There's some things that should just be between you and him. That's it. Because if you give somebody enough ammunition, you may wound up seeing the end of a smoking gun. Know what that means? Think about what I'm saying. It may not come out in the first argument because that might not be serious enough. But who's to say that that third argument ain't the argument when all the secrets come out of a bag? Or they don't turn, for whatever the reason, into that person that starts to use what you've given them as information against you. You could tell them some intimate details about, things they might not have known about you, or how you've lived, maybe how you've grown up, your history. And then turn around. And as soon as you say something that they don't like, well, why do you think this? Well, you know what? I think that if you would have just did this, maybe you wouldn't be in this predicament. I think that you shouldn't have said that about so and then maybe so and so might actually like you. Well, your marriage might have stayed together if you wouldn't have started cheating with such and such around the corner. Oh, wait a minute. Your wife don't know about that, does he? Does she? Well, maybe your marriage might have been better if you didn't have that other person around the corner to begin with. All of this because you said something helpful to the person and they didn't like it, so they used something that you told them against you. And trust me, once that happens the first time, it's like a gun shooting off. It opens the floodgates. They'll use your information against you again and again and again and again and again and again, and it'll get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And they'll probably swear up and down that they didn't mean to do it, that that wasn't their intent, but that's not how it came across. So you can love your family, but don't tell them everything about your life and about your intimate secrets. Some things need to go between you, God, and the graveyard. That includes husbands and wives and the whole nine. And don't get me wrong, your husband is supposed to be your best friend. Your wife's supposed to be your best friend, and you should be able to tell them anything. Baby, don't do that. Don't make that mistake. You can tell them a lot that you know if it's repeated to you, it won't make no never mind difference because you don't care if it gets out, or you do care, but if it gets out, it just does. But those deep, deep, deep secrets that you went to God in prayer and you know you just really want to be able to talk to this one person, and you thinking hubby, or you thinking wifey, or you thinking sissy, or you thinking bro, or you thinking cousin or grandma or auntie, you thinking that at least one person on the planet you should be able to just pour your heart out to, just open your heart of hearts and talk to. And then that person gets that, and guess what? They're gonna run and tell such and such. They're gonna run and tell so and so. Or worse yet, when y'all get into that heated argument and you say something, well, um, I was thinking that maybe you should stop putting off going to school and just go back. Maybe that will help you in your work, your job, and you get a better, job at work. Maybe you'll be able to afford those bills that you got going on at the house. Because, see, y'all going back and forth talking about situations, and then that comes up. Oh, really? You think that? Oh, okay. And they put your business out there. Now, this is something what you're talking about that's common knowledge. What they bring up is something that you said, as yeah, don't do it to yourself. Some things you wish you could talk about, just put it up in prayer. That's all. Next. If you lose 99% of your friends, you will start upgrading your life. Hello, somebody. Holla. You got some friends in your circle that's not for you. Plain and simple. You got people that smile up in your face that will stab you in the back without a second thought if their life depended on it. If you let go of these people today, they will not turn around to think about you twice tomorrow. And if you let them go, your life might actually go better because, see, all that negative energy is being pulled in by those people. They might be trying to hold you back by constantly remind you of what you ain't doing, what you can't do, what you should be doing, what you could have been doing, what you would have been doing if you hadn't did this and that and third and da 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 da. Because once again, projection. They ain't doing it. So if they ain't doing it, they don't want you to outdo them, and they base their high on your low. So if you let go of these people, guess what? Your life might get an instant upgrade. When you put prayer on something, you say, Lord, just remove the people that's not supposed to be in my life. And you start noticing that people start dropping off like flies. All of a sudden, they don't call, they don't write, don't send a smoke signal, you don't get a text, there ain't no emails. All of a sudden, they can't make time for you. There's other things going on in their life that ain't you, that they got to attend to. If God is removing them, let them go and watch the upgrade. Because now that you ain't worried about their raggedy lives, you can worry about your own. The time that you poured into somebody else that wasn't being poured back into you, you now have that time to do what? All the things that you could have, should have, and would have did had you had that time before. Bam. That was a nugget. Next, never allow anyone to tell you about you. The only person that can tell you about you is the author of your story, God, for those of us who believe in him, or yourself if you don't believe in God, or the universe, spirit, however you call them. Just know that there's not a person out there that's qualified to tell you about you on that very intimate level but God, spirit, the universe. Never let somebody tell you about who you are or tell you you can't do something because they said that it's not possible or that they said that you're going to have a problem with doing X, Y, and Z because you can't this or you couldn't that or you should have that but you didn't do. Who gave them the pen? See, my philosophy on this is this: from zero to however long you stay with your parents, you got somebody over your head. They still got that pen writing your life, trying to tell you how to live, how to dress, how to talk, how to walk, how to think, how to say, how to speak, how to be, what to be like, what your aspirations and goals should be. They still writing your story. They still trying to anyway. After a certain age, you don't take that pen back, they're gonna write your until they die. But once you get the pen back, guess what? God is pretty much giving you license to start writing your story all over again. You want an action novel, romantic, romance, sci-fi, comedy? You got the pen. At that point, and I know that because we as a people have been through a lot of brainwashing, refining, fine tuning, and the like, that it's hard to break out of these syndromes and conundrums and just all of the prerequisites that we were forced to be because mommy and daddy thought that that was the right thing to do. You forgive mommy and daddy, you move on. But at the end of the day, when you got that pen back in your hand, you can write your own story. Guess what? Outside of God Himself, who knows how your story's going to end, you have the pen. You rewrite the story how you see it. You can have the friends you want. You can have the job you want. You can have the man you want. You can be the size you want. You can wear the clothes you want. You can drive the car you want. The story is now how you want to ride it. So write it the way you see it. Make yourself the main character. Write in your story who you want to write in. And write out of your story who you need to write out. But at the end of the day, it's your story. Write it how you see fit. The only person that has the right to, to override your penmanship is God Himself, or whatever you call Him. Don't let nobody, and I mean nobody, especially as a grown person, when you get past a certain age and your mother and your father keep coming at you telling you you're a failure because your life didn't add up to the way they thought it should because they tried. Keep that old Temptation song, the OJ's, Four Tops, whichever, whoever, they tried. Yeah, let them continue to try with somebody else, maybe even them. Their life didn't go that good. You rewrite your own story. But I got my pen now. Don't write mine. I don't need your help. I know how to live for me. I'm going to write my story. I'm going to right the wrongs. I'm going to unwrite the ad libs. I'm going to write out the people that don't belong in it. Hopefully, that won't be all. But if you keep pushing and rewrite your story the way that you see fit to write it, ask God for his help in it. You know, Lord, I trust you. I don't trust man. Help me write my story so that you get the glory and I'm able to hold my head up high and say, this is mine. So saith the Lord. Not mommy and daddy, who ain't perfect. I'm done. It is now 51 minutes. I thank you for listening. I hope you got some nuggets because this right here, part two, is part of the relationship series. Just a little add on. Because honestly speaking, these things that I have gone over, if you don't have yourself together in these sentences and you're not together, what you need to be before you enter in a relationship, why enter into one? Why go looking for yourself in somebody else when you should already be together before you get there? So many times from back in the day, oh, I'm looking for my Mr. Right. I'm looking for my soulmate. I'm looking for the person to complete me. I'm looking for the person to finish me. No, you're looking for a scapegoat. You're looking for somebody to complete you, to finish you, because what you coming halfway to the table? You missing some things? Well, if you're missing these key components, I suggest you find them before you try to find a mate. Because you should not put the responsibility off on nobody else to complete you. Nobody else is responsible for your happiness. You should already be happy before you get to the relationship, or at least know how to find yourself in a happy circumstance or position. But nobody else should be the reason why you're happy. Oh, without this person, I'm not even happy. Why? You can't find a way to be happy on your own? You should be your own best friend before you find. How you going to be a best friend to somebody else if you can't be a friend of yourself first? How can you be in a relationship with somebody you haven't even enjoyed being by yourself first, and now you're incorporating somebody else into your alone time? Cause what? You're scared to be by yourself? Then learn to be your own best friend. Get by yourself for a little while before you integrate somebody into your world, and try figuring out your world first. But don't look for somebody else to be your happiness. Don't look for somebody else to complete you. You should be whole before you get there. Now, don't get me wrong. That person should be a bonus to what it is you already have. A bonus, not the answer, but the bonus. I already bring my table. I done brought my table, the chairs, the food, the candles, the tablecloth. I done cooked it, and I'm sitting here getting ready to eat my meal. Now, if I invite you to my table, don't ask me what do I bring to the table. What do you bring to the table? Because, see, I brought the table, the chairs, the food, and the elixir, my drink, the Candles. I done brought the tablecloth. I done brought the music and the ambiance. Honestly, I don't even need you at my table. I want you there. That's what I bring to the table. All of who I am as a person. What defines me as being me. And if that ain't enough for you, and I don't have to go into retrospect of every little thing and every detail of what it is I bring. I hate that question. What do you bring to the table? Why? Is your table empty? Do you need something on your table that you feel as though you're going to take off of mine? Because, honey, everything in my table is nailed down to the table. That's why when I go places, I carry it with me everywhere I go because it's nailed to me. Or the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? If we continue this line of questioning, not with you, because I didn't know I was on a job interview. Be together. Be okay in your singleness, in your season of singleness. Be happy with yourself. Be okay with being single. Take yourself out on dates. Enjoy your singleness. Make yourself laugh. And if you want to go to the movies, go. You don't have to wait for somebody else. Take yourself. You want to eat dinner? Cook your own dinner. Go out to dinner by yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And it's not embarrassing. But don't wait for somebody to, oh, I'm waiting for my Ruth to Boaz. Have anybody ever heard that one? I'm waiting for my Ruth. Well, I'm waiting for my Boaz. Because when my Boaz come, he going, we going to get married. We going to have kids. And because that's my Boaz. And I'm his Ruth. Honey, you ain't Ruth. Do you know what Ruth went through before she got the Boaz? Do you know? Do you know the story? Don't just think of the after fact of Ruth found Boaz or Boaz found Ruth, however that worked, and they lived happily ever after. And she even took her mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law lived happily ever after too. But what did Ruth go through to get there? Because she went through some things before she got to Boaz. And Boaz was looking for some things before he found Ruth. And God orchestrated that bringing togetherness. So before you get to that point of being in a relationship, because it takes work, enjoy that season of singleness. Enjoy being together with you and you and you. Being able to look at TV when you feel like it, being able to enjoy the music that you like to hear. You go out with the girls when you feel like it. Entertain your male friends if you so choose to. And by entertain, I mean literally entertain. Maybe invite them over dinner, maybe sit down. And that Netflix and chill does not apply when they are friends. Okay? I'm looking at a movie, I'm looking at the Marvels, I'm looking at this one, that, and the third. I thought, since you like movies like that, you maybe wanted to come over. I was buying a movie. I thought maybe you'd like to see it. Yeah, I got some popcorn and, I got some of this, that, and the third. And, oh, cool. I'll be over there to see it. Cool. Because when you get in a relationship, honey, you can't do things like that where you a woman and you inviting your male friends over. That's just going to bring a lot of conflict of interest, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, no. Enjoy your season of singleness. Because when you get into your season of couples, of being coupled up with somebody, the whole game changes. The rules on the board change. The players change. It's different. You got to share things. You're expected to answer to. You're expected to answer why. You're expected to answer, period. You can't just do what you want to do because you want to do it. You now have to realize that you have somebody else that you know has their thoughts and their needs, and you got to look to that person first. And going out with the girls ain't an option. You might not have time to be by yourself because the person that is in your world might always want, they want to love you and hug you and squeeze you and touch you and kiss you and always want to be in your face. And that alone time ain't working, because even when you get off the clock and you home, you on the phone with that person because that person wants to talk to you from the moment that you get off of work to the moment you close your eyes. And by the time you close your eyes, you're so tired from talking to them that you glad to see your back of your eyelids. So I'm saying this to say I'm coming with the relationship series on situations that arise in relationships, how to be in a relationship, what's the expectations of a relationship, the red flags in relationships, things of that nature. And I'm just going to say this life lessons are things that should already be the feathers in your cap before you get to that point of feeling that your relationship ready. Because if you ain't ready as a person, how are you going to be relationship material? You ain't even got it together individually, and you trying to come to the table and be with a couple. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Miss Carmelle ain't arguing with you. She ain't yelling at you. She's giving you some nuggets. Some nuggets. Take and put in that crown. Some things to think about. And hopefully you could pass it along to somebody that needs it. Now, I'm done. And thank you for listening. If you made it this far, leave me a heart, purple or pink. Let me know that you've made it this far. And I thank you. Because, like I said before, I can be long winded, but I am a little animated. So maybe that helped to keep your um, attention. And you could have looked at the video before mine's or after mine's, but you chose to look at mine's. And I'm very, very, very grateful for that. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Um, there's something else that I wanted to say. Um, I can't remember it, so I'm not going to hold you any longer. All these things, like I said, that I reviewed are things to strengthen you as an individual. Because if you're strong as an individual, you're going to be awesome in a relationship. Because you're going to know what you will and won't tolerate, what you won't and will stand for. Because if a person doesn't stand for something, they fall for anything. And get your act together as an individual. God could be keeping you in a season of singleness because He knows that you ain't ready for a relationship just yet. Honor that. Know that your daddy knows you better than you do. And by daddy, I am not talking about the one who laid with your mama to make you. I'm talking about your father who put the spirit in the body that was made between mommy and daddy. I thank you once again for allowing me to speak to you. And like I said, the relationship series is coming. It is coming. And I'm Carmelle. Carmelle's World. I greatly appreciate you. I love you. Comment, share, subscribe. Because subscribing is free. I don't understand for the life of me. Y'all will look at my videos, but you will not subscribe to my channel. I, for the life of me, do not get it. I don't. But if that's what you got to do to get your knowledge, to get yourself together, so be it. But I prefer to have you as a subscriber. Make sure you put your post notifications up, so this way you'll always know when I post a new video. I appreciate that. Like my videos because it puts me in the algorithm. Comment because I like to interact with you. But most of all, subscribe. Because like I said, it's free. And it ain't going to hurt nobody. I promise you. I will not mention that you are a subscriber if you subscribe. I promise. That'll be between me and you. You know how I said earlier about some secrets don't tell your family about?
That's kick.
I promise. That'll be something between me and you. I know there's men that watch me, and I'm grateful for that too. But please, guys, I'm talking to you too. Subscribe. I can help you with your women problems if you're going through your season of singleness. My relationship series is uploaded. You might as well. I can help you. If you're married, I can help you. If you're in a relationship, I can help you. If you're looking for a relationship, I could most definitely help you. Because I give my Nana wisdom. And at 54, I got a lot of it to give. So, subscribe. For real. I would love it. I really would. It would make my day if you would subscribe. And I promise you, you ain't got to say nothing in the comments. I ain't gonna say nothing. If you say something in the comments, you ain't got to let me know you're a man. Just talk. I'll answer you. Miss Carmelle, blah, blah, blah. Carmelle, so and so and so. You know. Ladies, you might as well subscribe. I'm giving you jewels to put in your crown. Something to live by. Something that you can apply in daily life. And you know that you got some pretty decent advice from somebody that knows a little something, something about a little something, something. So you might as well subscribe. And like I said, to the men, if you feel like you need to keep things a secret, I promise you, you subscribe, I will not let nobody know nothing. I promise you. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Miss Carmelle is doing some things with her channel. And you might want to be on there to get you a nugget, a jewel. Because she handing them out. But with all that being said, I'm Carmelle. This is my world. And I am out.